All right, hello. Um, Today I'm doing a presentation on copyright and artificial intelligence. My name is Truett Cousin. This is for iTech 4205, Ethics in IT. And the full title is Human Authorship, Creative Rights, and IT Responsibility. The reason I went with this topic is that AI tools like Claude GPT, ChatGPT, Gemini are showing up in everyday work. And most people I know are not really thinking about who owns what, who gets what credit. So that is why I went with this. And also, I use these tools every day in my workflow at the company I work for, kind of at the edge of AI integration in the enterprise environment. So, right, go to okay. So here's the roadmap. I'm going to go over U.S. copyright. Um, Recommendations, some of the consequences for creators and artists. Um, I'll show you or explain to you why this matters now, show you a real AI artifact example, walk through what applicants and organizations actually need to do, and finish with how all this lands for IT. The harder question through all of it is who actually created the work. So, where the Copyright Office stands, they kind of stand in the middle. It's not banning AI tools and it's not handing copyrights to machines. Human authorship still anchors copyright. AI alone cannot be listed as the author, but tool use is fine. The same way Photoshop and cameras are used is fine. As long as the human controls the expressive choice, the protection then covers the human's contribution. And to me, um, for now, that is the right move. I don't know if that's going to age well because most of the work AI does now, as far as I'm concerned, the human doesn't understand how it did it. Um, and that's novice. I don't use AI in an enterprise setting, or I'm not an engineer. Okay. So the office is not rushing to invent new categories for AI. They're using kind of a case by case flow. As long as you disclose AI generated material, document your contributions, and remember simple prompts alone are not enough. Um, in a 2023 notice, it pulled in over 10,000 public comments, with about half on copyrightability. And that kind of tells you that people are kind of starting to pay attention. And so far, the office has advised Congress, and Congress has not went overly aggressive with laws regarding the use of AI tools. So, where does this land for creators? You have your artists, your writers, and your producers. There's a lot of pressure on them. It's not as easy to um, control these niche sections and areas whether it be web design, flyers, artistic things of that nature. Those things are becoming obsolete with the powerful AI tools now available. Um, you can, what, 5, 6 years ago, Pinterest was a place where you could go get really nice one off artistic value. Now you can buy a really nice subscription of ChatGPT and you got Pinterest in the browser. So, why does this matter? Well, AI is already inside everyday work tools. Um, it's inside of your search, Office software. Word even has Copilot. I think it's funny. They're always like, "Do not use AI for this assignment," and if it's a Word document, there is AI built into your assignment. So, I don't get that one, but hey, they're gonna keep saying it because education is gonna be the last person to realize the new infrastructure and marketplace. Always will, always has been. All right. Um, so there are legal risks that show up at training time. And that goes for how you're training your people and exactly uh, as well as training some of these models as well as the output from your people and the output of these models. So vendor terms and data flow really matter. Um, Employers are making decisions in real time every day, deciding what to paste into a chatbot. Really scary stuff, especially companies that deal with PI, personal information, and you have the legal things, and you also have uh, medical. So one of the things that's keeping the legal business from collapsing, like some other enterprises, is chain of custody for evidence and things of that nature. How do you implement AI into that without? You can't really use cloud models. Um, so why this matters today is because there will be a moat probably for somebody to go in and implement on premise um, legal AI software that meets federal guidelines or regulations. And then that's going to reduce the footprint of that sector as well. Um, and we see this across all industries, right? Right. Who owns this AR, the AI artifacts? Well, here's a real example. So, this is like child play. I don't even do this kind of stuff anymore. I wish this was out when they first came out with the Gemini's with the Nano Banana or Nano Banano. I'm messing up the name on purpose, but so this is GPT 5.5, 5.5. I haven't really dug into how many tokens they use. I'm not doing a lot of creative work right now. Mostly working on AI platforms that I can bolt on to like a Linux distribution. I think that's the next moat for home labbers. We got the agents, we got the harnesses, we got the models. Now let's bolt it onto an operating system so we can be more secure. I think Perplexity did that. But back to this, you basically how this was generated, you just go to I went to Zillow, went to my area, Evans. My house is not that big or nice. I live in the nice part, but it's nowhere near that. Um and basically went to a house, put the URL into ChatGPT and said, I want you to make me something very swanky, posh, exclusive. Don't put a price on it. I want people to be like, hey, if you got to see the price, you can't be here. You know what I mean? Like some Hollywood stuff, and I mean by movie, not by real estate. And that's what it produced. Basically went online, snatched the pictures, got all the details, um, the built-in skills for image gen and flyer gen. Basically, the whole Windows Microsoft Office template for making templates. You teach an agent those skills, and then you just say what you want to say, and then they're they're prompted. I think one of the things that I saw the other day was I like to use what is it, Lucid or one of the when I do wireframes, one of those apps, a major one, is integrated with I want to say Claude or GPT now. And so you can just I mean, you literally get access to that tool as MCP server, and all the skill sets and templates for that tool are there. So basically, you just design on the whim. Um, and like I said before, and like the slides show, um, did I do enough of the authoring? Was that prompt enough? Was Zillow's data used fairly? Um, my thing is nowadays you kind of have to just make sure you're overly giving people credit, overly um, recognizing tool use just to be on the safe side, and staying current on what the market stance is on using this for content or product or creation, period. Okay, so what applicants and organizations need for applicants? The four rules are simple. Do not name the AI as the author. Disclose you used AI, especially when it's more than trivial use. Exclude the AI parts from the claims of what you did. And then for organizations, it's a little bigger. Separate low risk use from high risk use. Approve some tools, block others, keep records of human creative work, train employees on disclosure. Simple, simple, simple. Moving right along. And then IT's responsibility for professionals like me. This means building real guardrails, approval tools. So we approve who gets what kind of accounts and what levels, vendor reviews, logins, sign ons, data loss prevention. You know, you got to keep up with the PI stuff, HIPAA stuff, and things of that nature, passwords, secrets. Code output needs the same care. Can't be putting out just janky code with security vulnerabilities anymore because these agents are smart. They will find them because they've been trained on how to build the software, the platforms. Um, and then we'll probably in the next few years see more licensing and more lawsuits. And these are the references. If you have any questions, this is where I got the information.